So one man, one journalist, I think his name is Thompson, takes on that task. And then the film begins its story. All of that was a prologue to introduce us to this very powerful mogul, this giant of a figure. The rest of the film is the reporter who has taken on the task of finding out the meaning of Rosebud, seeking out different individual personalities whom Charles Foster Kane was close to. And through flashback interviews, we see 4 or 5 different interpretations, really different perceptions of who this man was. In the end, you'll draw your own conclusion as to whether or not that term Rosebud signified the key to understanding the puzzle of this man's life. Well, that's really all you need to know to get a glimpse of what you're about to see when you view Citizen Kane. But that doesn't tell you 1/10 of the controversy or power of the person who made this film. For that, I hope you read both the online notes and the essay in the film notes book. Because to tell you the truth, I can't think of one figure in the whole history of cinema who made a greater impact on the motion pictures and who himself was the most profound performer of the different skills, including the writing, the directing, the acting, and what he called the magical work of cinema production, than this Orson Welles. And I might say, what's still astonishing to me, even though I've known about this for now over 30, 40 years, is that all of his work was most successful before he reached the age of 25. And because he had this difficulty with the Hollywood controllers, the Hollywood entrepreneurs that really run Hollywood, the men with the money, he really never was able to get back into Hollywood after his second film. His first was Citizen Kane. His second one was a very fine flick called The Great Ambersons. But midway into making that film, his employers took it over, edited the way they wanted to, and really cut him off from ever entering the studio business again. Orson Welles, left America, went to Europe where he was truly appreciated and made a name for himself, did come back to America after a time to make a few other films on an independent basis. Well, the final note, I might say, is that Citizen Kane has often been described as the story of the life of a certain figure who was actually prominent during the time of Orson Welles' life. He too was a great publisher, a great influential newspaper mogul, and his name was William Randolph Hearst. You're probably familiar with the name Hearst newspapers even to today. But even though that may be true, other writers, scholars, and critics believe that what we're seeing in Citizen Kane is also the story of America and Orson Welles. As the story of America, what we're seeing is the American dream, the desire to achieve success, to become wealthy, affluent, and powerful, rings hollow, at least for the life of Charles Foster Kane. And it has a ring of autobiographical quality because much like Orson Welles' life, this story parallels the events that he went through. Hope you enjoy Citizen Kane.